Scotty don't. Scotty don't. Scotty don't. Scotty don't. Scotty don't. Scotty don't on YouTube.
What up YouTube, Scotty Don't here. Welcome back to the Scotty Don't channel. This time around we're going to talk about 5 things motorcycle dealerships won't tell you. So let's get into that right now. Number 1. Be aware of new motorcycle added fees. If you're going to the dealership to buy a 2017 Yamaha FZ07 for about $6,990, you have about $7,000 in cash, you don't think about the freight and crate, handling, setup, tax title registration. That's going to add on easily $1,000 to $2,000 extra. So before you know it, you're walking down a dealership scratching your head, why did I pay for a FZ07 that is now the cost of FZ09, $8,990? You really should think about this. Well, considering many of the bikes we ride are shipped from overseas, $500 freight and handling isn't that much. Setup, on the other hand, is a total joke on most bikes. Ever see an R1 in a crate? Just put on the mirrors, straighten the clip-ons, fill it up, and off you go. Wheels used to have to be installed and much more. It's finished when it comes in the crate. It's pretty silly. No way in hell a setup should take more than an hour's work in most shops. And most shops rate $50 to $75, if not more, an hour. Unless the bike comes in many pieces, that shit shouldn't happen. Want to have some fun? When they mention setup, tell them no, that you'll take it as is in the box and that you'll set it up yourself. Either way, you're probably avoiding a 17-year-old kid putting your bike together for an hour's worth of labor that you shouldn't even pay for. Do it yourself. Number 2. Extended warranty. You'd be smarter to set aside the money you'd spend to cover repair costs yourself. Extended warranties can have many gotchas, relying on contract fine print and deny coverage for almost any reason. They've become a major source of complaints to the Better Business Bureau and elsewhere. Here's a quote: "Accidental damage may not be covered, and there may be clauses to allow the company to deny your coverage if, for example, you don't follow the instructions for routine maintenance," says the Federal Trade Commission. Start by buying reliable products and maintain them as the manufacturer recommends. Instead of purchasing extended warranties, self-insure by putting the money you'd spend on that product into a savings account. If something needs repair or maintenance, pay out of pocket without having to negotiate any fine print limitations or any other nonsense. If you don't end up needing repairs, use that money to replace the item when the time comes, or buy yourself a beer. Number 3. Used motorcycles. Salvaged titles. If you're going the route of buying a used motorcycle from a dealership, make sure the bike does not appear to have crash damage, the bike does not appear to be leaking any fluids, and the bike generally looks like it has been cared for. Ask the dealership to start the bike cold. Look for the damage on the bar ends, pegs, forks, and see if it's been dropped. If the dealership does tell you it's a salvaged motorcycle but they didn't advertise it, make sure to read the fine print. If you're pre-approved through a bank and you don't pay with cash, just know when you buy that salvaged motorcycle and it gets sent to the bank, they will deny it and you'll have to take that motorcycle back. And even when the motorcycle isn't labeled as salvage and the dealership tells you, no, this is a clean title, you look at the reports and it has good history, just know that the insurance companies don't report to the DMV always that the motorcycle has been damaged. Sometimes things fall through the cracks, so you have to do diligence and make sure you're not getting a beat up salvaged machine. If you do find a good salvaged bike, just keep in mind that resale value is not as high, so your offer should reflect. Number 4. Credit card sign up, high interest. The good old Kawasaki credit card. This is going to be from ripoffreport.com. Someone wrote in, "I am writing this out of frustration. I have had my Kawasaki credit card for about 5 years and have never missed a payment. I have had a very low 5.9 interest rate and found out that it had gone up recently to 13.99% on my last payment. I called Kawasaki Credit to ask why it had gone up, and they said I had opted into their program whereby they raised my interest rate 8 points. I called, begged, pleaded that they let me opt out of this. Sorry, we cannot help you, they said. It's no wonder credit card companies have such a bad name. I really thought Kawasaki was different, but they turn out to be just as slimy as the rest. Pay cash whenever possible, or be pre-approved from a bank, and make sure to negotiate with that dealership as it is cash in hand." Number 5. Maintenance. Sometimes first oil change will be free or a certain percentage off the price. If it's not free, do it yourself. Forget that percentage off the price because you're still going to be paying out the ass. A typical oil change from a dealership will be anywhere from $400 to $600 depending on what motorcycle you have and what oil. You're mostly paying for labor by the hour. They like to tighten bolts, check hoses, and top off fluids, which is an added fee. A typical oil change for tools, oil filter will cost less than $75 each time you do it yourself. You're not paying for labor, just 30 minutes of your own time, and it's going to be super rewarding. You'll tighten your own bolts, you'll check your own hoses, and you'll keep an eye on your own fluids. In the end, you'll be more one with the machine, and you'll appreciate knowing how to operate it and what keeps that lifeline of the engine going. I hope you guys like this video. Hit that thumbs up, and just know I have updated a few of the merch items in the Teespring store. Link is in the description below. If you're new to this channel, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. If you're not new to this channel and you've been around for a while, you know I appreciate you. Scotty don't, I'm out. I'll see ya.